It's I don't know why. Okay. Okay, so shall we start?
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell me a bit about yourself? I mean, who is Ashutosh really is and what he does and your background?
Yes, of course. My name is Ashutosh Diwedi, and I'm speaking to you from Kanpur city of Uttar Pradesh. About my education, I have pursued my degree, that is BCom Honors Accounting. Now I'm pursuing my master's, that is Masters of Arts in English Literature. So that's all about myself, and I'm running a YouTube channel which is based on spoken English conversations. And apart from this, I am conducting sessions for my students as well. I conduct sessions for my students. So that's what I do.
Okay, so before asking further questions, let me introduce myself as well. So, I am Nancy Jain, and basically, I am working as an automation engineer in one of the software company. So, I have total of 6 years of experience, and I would not say I'm running a YouTube channel. It's just for the clapingo videos that I have recorded. Other than that, that's all. I think I love talking to people, and I stumbled upon your channel, and you really made a great videos. I would say your speaking skills are really good, and your accent as well. So where did you develop that accent?
Oh, first, thank you so much for giving a lot of compliments. I don't really think so that I deserve. I will have to work a lot to improve myself. But when it comes to accent, so it's been 3 years. I have been listening to the people from all around the country or all around the world, not from one single country. So basically, I started listening to the people like Sadhguru and Gaur Gopal Das, Jay Shetty, and Priyanka Chopra. So I do listen such kind of personalities. So by listening to them, I got some touch of it. I don't really think that I have an like accent which is different from other Indians, but some people they say it that you have a little touch of some other countries, or maybe it is your own uniqueness. So I accept it. So that's how I learned, by listening to the people from all sort of background and all around the country. And I did conversation with more than 15,000 people. So that's how maybe it got changed a bit by listening to the people.
Yeah, so when you talk about like Jay Shetty and Sadhguru, so I am assuming you are a like spiritual person as well. So how is your
Yes, I
spiritual
am.
journey is going on?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Of course, what happens sometimes it becomes difficult for you to handle both things together, but you'll have to manage a lot of things. I'm spiritual, but as I'm in the age where I should focus on career a lot, but I'm trying my best to do, like, manage both things together. Because what about when, if I'll talk about, if your career and money, you will pursue a lot of things, but the end of the day you want to go for peace,
Hmm.
happiness, because that's you're not going to get from money. Even though you are so rich, highly rich, it doesn't matter. So you will have to find peace of your mind. So for that, I follow the spirituality. I listen people. Today I was listening to Premanand Maharaj. I think you might know him.
Who's?
He's a spiritual guru from Vrindavan, Premanand
Oh,
Maharaj.
Premanand. Okay. No, I never heard of him, but I'll definitely check him out.
Yeah, of course. So he talks very nicely. So I'm more into such kind of content.
Yeah, and also I have observed one thing about you. While listening to your videos, you are very patient enough to like listen to what speaker is saying. Sometimes I become impatient and I just try to interrupt the person. So how did you develop that patient thing?
So the thing is that you communicator means it doesn't mean that you'll have to speak only. You'll have to give chance to another person when he's just speaking. You'll have to listen, because I understood. I used to be impatient as well. I used to speak very fast, and I was like thinking that fluency means speaking like a super fast train. But no, it's not. You will have to speak in a way that the people, if they are able to understand you, of course, your motive got over. So when it's been 3 years I have been interacting with the people. So now I would like to listen to the people patiently. Then I would like to go for answer.
Right, right. I think I should develop that patience quality. I don't have really. So, I mean, just next question I would like to ask about your role models. So, you have already told about Priyanka Chopra, Sadhguru. Other than these people, do you follow anyone like business entrepreneurs or anyone other than these people?
Yeah, business entrepreneurs. I nowadays I'm not listening a lot, but I used to listen Zimron, and
Oh,
I think you might know him.
yeah.
And I read few books as well, like Rich Dad and Poor Dad, written by Robert Kiyosaki. Then I read another book, The Psychology of Money, written by Morgan Housel. So I read few books related to investment and money. But the thing is that I found myself more into this is spiritual side. I'm reading this book, Jay Shetty, Think Like a Monk. So I do follow a lot of people. I'm not into only one single personality. I would like to listen everybody. Sometimes I listen politicians like Donald Trump or Joe Biden. So I used to listen Kamala Harris, like Vice President of United States. So in that way, where like it depends on my mood. Sometimes I listen content related to politics. Sometimes I do related to spirituality. Sometimes related to money. So because you don't have the same kind of mindset always, you
Right.
change every day. So it happens. It depends on my mood. Apart from this, of course, I do follow people. I told you Jim Rohn and Robert Kiyosaki sometimes, and I got inspired by listening a short video or watching a short video of Warren Buffett. That when 3 years ago, when I had started my spoken English journey, so I had watched a short video of Warren Buffett, where one anchor asked him that what will you suggest to somebody to work on if he would like to become better in his life. So he said if a person will work on his communication skills, he is going to be 50% better than himself. So
Right.
from then onwards, I started working on myself. So I do follow a lot of people. I scroll a lot of shorts. So yeah.
Yeah, so the book you mentioned, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and like it's just coincidence. I like yesterday only I finished that book, and so are you going to the event where Robert Kiyosaki is coming to Mumbai? It's on 2nd of September.
No, not really. Mumbai is
Okay.
too far from here.
Yeah,
From
Kanpur.
me, I'm in Kanpur, yes,
Okay,
and
okay.
we have Raksha Bandhan as well on 30th of August.
Right, right. Yeah. So I just finished his book. I mean, I have read earlier, but I was not connected to that book earlier. So I gave it a second chance, but my God, it's a really wonderful book, I would say.
Okay, yeah,
So,
of course, it's really nice written.
right. So I was about to ask, like, what inspired you to get interested in English conversation? But you have already answered that Warren Buffett actually like get you started to make communication as a priority. So the next question is like your English is really good, and so why are you still continuing as a speaker on a clapingo? Why not as a tutor?
Yeah, of course, I got this question many times, and I'll have to think about it. Now, I would like to change that journey. I like talking to professionals from all sort of backgrounds. That's why I was there. When it comes to Clapingo as a tutor, I'll think about it. Let's see. I'm not sure because I told you I conduct session for my
Hmm.
students. I am training few students. I train them every day, one-on-one
Okay.
sessions. So I'm happy with it, even though
Okay.
I'm just a trainer as well on my basis. So I'm independent. That's what I'll say. Joining with any platform, you'll have to follow a lot of rules and regulations.
Right.
So
We
that's
kind of
why
lost our freedom.
yes, you can say that. Nowadays, I'm working for myself,
Okay.
and whenever I want, I can take sessions. If I'll have to do anything, I can leave that. So this is the thing. And nowadays, I have to do a lot of things related to my family as well. So that's why I'm not able to join any platform.
So could you please tell me what kind of sessions do you conduct so that if anyone wants to join them, they can like contact you, or maybe how what is the process to reach you for
The
the sessions?
process, it's very easy. I share my contact number or Gmail on my YouTube channel. The
Okay.
people who are interested and they want to take session with me, so they are texting me, and then we decide a time, mutual time for ourselves. That 30-minute session I take every day. That will be one-on-one. I'll be guiding that person personally, and I have a conversation with them for 30 minutes every day, Monday to Friday. That's how it works.
Okay. Right. So would say, so do you remember any moment where you were like enough is enough, I need to get command on my English language, or like your English language is like very good from start?
I don't really think so. That I was a guy who was not thinking to speak in English before 3 years ago. I had no idea to speak English. I was happy with myself that I speak Hindi, fine. But 3 years ago, what happened? One day I was in a queue of bank. So there was a guy. He asked me that, "Can you speak in English?" And I said confidently, "No, I can't." So I was happy saying no to him. But at that point of time, it was fine. But when I came back to my room, I had realized that if anybody would be suffering, I wouldn't be able to understand his pain. If anybody would want to say something to me, I would not be able to understand due to this language barrier. So this triggered me, this first point. And the second point, what happened once I was there in a sports meet on my campus. So there were two teachers, they were talking to each other in English. And me or just one of my friends, they were looking at their faces, that how smoothly they are talking in English. It's so wonderful. It was nice. I was looking at their like faces, but suddenly I thought, why can't I speak English? I'm a student of first year of my degree. I can work hard. I can speak in the same way. And I felt a little bit like, shame on myself that I should speak English. And I came back from there. Then I thought I should work on, I must work on my communication skills. So then COVID-19 came and I came back to my hometown and I got a lot of leisure time to work on my communication skills, and I started working on it. So those were two incidents where I felt I should work on my spoken English. But I used to think before intermediate, also before plus two, I used to ask my brother and I used to ask that how can I speak better English, and why am I not able to understand Americans or British people? So he used to say that his accent is different. You'll have to get habit to listen them properly. In those days, I used to ask only. I was not doing anything specifically for spoken English. But when I got leisure time in this COVID-19, I started working on it.
Oh, so you just listen to the people and improved.
No, I did conversation as well. As I already told you that I did more than
Right.
15,000 conversations. So I did from the first day onwards, I started listening to the people. I started talking to the people, and I used to watch videos of teachers on YouTube like Emma, Lucy, Lingu Marina, Vanessa, Bob the Canadian. I used to follow this kind of YouTube channels as well to get a little bit more knowledge about spoken English.
Yeah, I think I have listened to English. I think she's Emma, I think. Yeah, she has very
Yes,
good
from
channel.
Australia.
Yeah, I mean she the way she taught a concept about any tenses or anything, the strategy is really good. So I found that channel interesting.
Yeah, then in COVID-19, I started watching Elena Rice as well. So
Yeah.
the
Okay.
way
So
she talk is so nice, so
right.
neutral, and so understandable. So I follow her
Okay.
as well.
Okay. And what personal advice would you give to 5 year younger Ashutosh from now?
I told you just I am in spirituality. I don't feel it's fine. Whatever it was okay. Whatever it is, it's fine. Be in the present. You wouldn't be able to change yourself, and you wouldn't be able to change your past. So it's better to be in present. And I thought, of course, 5 years ago, where was I? Now I'm pursuing master second year. So it was 2018. Means I was in 11th standard, and I was okay being there as a student. I had taken commerce, and I was working hard for it, and it was nice. I wouldn't change a lot of things about my 5 years younger. It's fine, whatever it is. Nowadays, I can change a lot of things about myself, but sometimes life goes in a flow. You want to do a lot, but difficult to change. So this is the thing. I'm fine with my past and present. Okay.
Okay. So, do you have any personal goals? Like, what are you planning with this language, or maybe in your career after 5 years? I mean, do you have any plan, or you want to continue providing like one-to-one session with students, or do you want to start a coaching, or maybe group sessions or webinar or something?
Okay. We can plan for a lot of things, but future is not certain. We can plan of course whatever we want to, but nobody knows like what is going to be happen tomorrow. I was not aware of speaking English 3 years before, right? 3 years ago I had no idea that I would speak English with people, or I would do 15,000 and 20,000 conversations with the people. So but nowadays what my thought is and what I think about myself, I would like to see myself as a better communicator, public speaker, and I would love to see myself as a good public, just a podcast host. And I do like training people as well. So I would love to help people in their spoken English journey. So that's what I would like to see in my life. Sometimes I think a lot about money. Of course, money is important. A lot of earning a lot of money. Then you will have to be patient enough. Nothing is going to be changed overnight. So sometimes taking tension, stress, anxiety, you'll be overstressed, or maybe you'll get a lot of thoughts. But you need a passage of time. You need time to happen those things. So that's why I think a lot of things, but I do continue whatever I am able to continue nowadays. So in future, I would love to see myself as a good and gentleman with great speaking skills.
Okay, nice. So, what advice would you give me, like on my communication, where exactly I should work upon on my communication?
So communication is all about improving every day. This is lifelong learning journey. We learned how to speak in our languages, even though in Hindi or English, whatever it is, but we will not be able to learn what to speak and when to speak till our whole life. So that is a very important thing. Being a communicator, if you would like to be better, try to understand that what to speak and where to speak and when to speak. So if you will speak correctly, maybe it will impact other people. And being a communicator, it is very important to speak in a way that the people, they are going to get your message easily as much as they can. What I don't believe in, that a lot of people, they believe in fancy English or advanced English. I don't believe in that. If audience is not able to understand you, then it doesn't make any sense. You are speaking, you are trying to showcase your English, you are an advanced speaker, but only 5% of the audience is able to understand, then it doesn't make sense. Being a communicator, you will have to listen people. They should feel that they are heard by someone, and the same point of time you should speak in a way that they can understand everything whatever you are trying to say. So try to improve, try to have interaction with the people, and apart from this, do anything whatever you want to. It depends, because it depends on every single one's philosophy. I can't impose my philosophies on you.
Okay.
Whatever you think about life, whatever you think about your communication, introspect and work on them. Because I can tell you what I think about communication, but I don't know what you think about communication, right? What you think that you should work on, of course, you should continue with that. because I don't feel like working on advanced vocabulary or idioms or phrases and talking with the slang. I feel talking simple. That's nice, more than enough. But if you think, then you should go forward. Then you will feel satisfied.
Hmm. Right. Well, you rightly said. Many of us try to focus on accent. Okay, they want to communicate fluently. They want to improve grammar. They want to improve vocabulary, but they don't want to actually have a session. So I have heard a lot of speakers contacted me, and then they said that they want to speak fluently, but they do not communicate. So until and unless they do not communicate, they cannot actually speak good. So
That's correct.
is there any free resources or I mean paid, because clap for many users clappingo is little expensive. So do you know any free resources that like users or listeners can maybe use for speaking journey?
When it comes to free sessions or free things, I used to practice for free. But if you are asking for one-on-one video sessions, I don't really think so that there are platforms where you can get one-on-one sessions for free. Nobody is going
Right.
to like provide you free sessions. If you
Correct.
are a professional, okay, as you said that you are working in a company, do you have a lot of leisure time to talk with the people for free every day?
No.
Not really, right? So if somebody is professional or who is already good in spoken English, why he would talk to someone for free? And why
Right.
he will give one-on-one time for that? No.
Correct.
So this kind of till now, I'm not able to find out such platform where you can interact with any person one-on-one for free every day. No, you can't do it.
Right.
But when it comes to audio conversations, you can do on several platforms. I used to use Open Talk,
Okay.
P-Engage, Ace Fluency, and Clubhouse, High Local. There you can talk with the people, and but you can't expect a lot of things in free. That is also the case. Like if
Right.
you are going to pay, you will get professionals, you will get
Mm.
filtered people who are passing that interview process, then they are just having a conversation with you. But if you are going to talk with someone like for free, you can't expect a lot. Anything can be anybody can be there. And so maybe they will be beginner, or maybe they will be passing their time, or they will be finding someone for their relationship. So it happens on free
Mm.
platforms. But I used to use this kind of platforms, and I learned. I had done a lot of conversations through these platforms only, like Halo, Buddy Talk, Be Engage, Ace Fluency, Clubhouse, High Local. I got a lot of good people as well. I wouldn't say that every single one was bad. No, people were good enough. So I got a lot of friends of mine, and and some people, they are running their own WhatsApp groups also, where you can
Oh.
get partners to talk. Yes, I used to be the part of several WhatsApp groups, so I got people from all around the country. So
Oh, nice. I didn't aware of that. I mean, I just started with clapping only, but haven't actually looked
yeah, because
upon any
being a
other.
professional, you don't have a lot of time to explore free things, right? Because
Right,
if you're working for 8 hours, you are tired coming back to your home.
right,
So you wouldn't be able to talk with someone like who's passing time on free platforms. It's better for you to go for a professional and learn something productive in 15 minutes, right?
right. And I do believe in actually feedback because in the free platform I might not get the feedback, but in clapping or like platforms, if I speak for like 10 to 15 minutes, I got instant feedback that I can apply to my next conversation. So that's the beauty, I think, the beauty of the paid platforms, I think.
For sure. Already I said that you will get better speakers where you are
Right,
paying money because they are filtered people. And when it comes to free, you will get everybody. You can't expect feedback from the people. You will have to introspect. I already said. You will have to introspect at the end of the day that where are you lacking and where can you improve by listening to the people, by reading books. You can do that by recording yourself. That's how you can do it.
right.
Yeah,
By reading
but you can't
books,
get personal feedback.
correct. So I think you are a book reader. So what are the books that you read, or would you suggest anyone to read?
I must say, when I had a lot of leisure time, I was not into reading. Okay. But now I feel like reading a lot of books. But what happens? I'm not able to read a book in a go. Today also I read a book, one chapter, first chapter of Think Like a Monk,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that Let Go or something, the name of the chapter. So if I talk about books, I read, I already told you, Rich Dad and Poor Dad,
Hmm.
and The Psychology of Money, Turning Point of My Life, written by APJ Abdul Kalam, Ikigai, written by Hector Gracia, and another book, Secret, written by Rhonda Byrne, one part of it. So I read few books, not a lot of books, but I read. I told you nowadays it's difficult for me because I don't get a lot of leisure time to read that book in a go. Because it's difficult for me that today one chapter, tomorrow maybe I'll not get a mood, I'll be trapped in another things. So sometimes I get the enthusiasm to read that book fully in a day, but nowadays I don't get free time for a whole day. So that's how, even though today is Sunday, I was thinking that I will read at least two or three sessions, two or three
Sure.
like chapters of that book. But I got your text, then I thought, okay, I'll have to be ready for that. So it happens sometimes rest, sometimes family issues, sometimes a lot of things are there. I conduct
Right.
sessions for my students. That's how I'll have to do it. So this kind of books I read, but in future I would like to inculcate this habit. In present also, I wouldn't say in future. From I would like to inculcate this habit because it's wonderful thing. When you read a book, you get the thought of the people who are really great, and
Right.
you'll be able to relate to yourself. If you are going through the same thing and same kind of problems, you'll be able to get solutions from those books.
Right. I don't know where I read that, but someone actually mentioned this, that when you read book, you just rent author's mind to see his perspective, and like it's a beautiful thing that I have heard.
Exactly, it is because when you listen someone, like if you are talking to me right now, I can't talk everything because I'm speaking instantly, whatever you are asking. But when somebody is writing a book, he's giving a lot of time to it.
Right.
And that is the experience of several years. They are doing like experiments and experiencing the life for several years. Then they are putting their experience in those books. But right now, of course, podcasts are really good. You can listen people, but they are speaking whatever it comes in their mind
Correct.
instantly. I can't
Correct.
remember something like which happened with me 5 or 6 years ago, maybe.
Correct.
So, but in book, they are giving proper time to. It takes several years for some writers to come up with like one book. So exactly, I read. So I read in this book only, like Jay Shade. If you would like to get a new idea, read an old book.
Wow. Right.
So few thoughts I like very much about him, and one thought he said that uh, places has energy and time has memory. About vibes, if you will go to a place like monastery where a lot of monks they chant, you'll be able to feel that positiveness
Right.
and
Right.
positivity there because place has energy. Every single day the people, several people and several monks are chanting there, so you'll be able to feel those vibes. When it
Right.
comes to time, if I do anything at 4 every day, I'll get that memory. So time has memory, and I'll get that reminder that I'll have to do. So time has memory and place has energy.
Wow.
So few thoughts are really wonderful the way he has written.
Right. So, just one last question. What one book would you like to give to anyone as a gift?
It's very difficult because I haven't read a lot of books. It depends on a field where you are interested in, right?
Maybe in
If
a
I would
English. Yeah.
recommend for a one book, then read Bhagavad Gita. Why not?
Oh, yeah. Wow. Which author would you recommend? Because there are lots of translations available. Have you read any?
Yes, yes, I read Bhagavad Gita. Basically in Hindi I read, but nowadays I have in English, which is
Hmm.
written by the founder of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, Srila Prabhupada. I think
Okay.
ISKCON. It is written by Srila Prabhupada. It is available in English. So it is good for the readers who would like to know a lot of things about life and who would like to understand the meaning of their life. It is like, everything, I must say. So you can read in English. Nowadays it's available. So
Yeah,
that's what I
I
will recommend.
ordered one, but the translation is done by Ram Krishna something. But the translation was
Mhm.
very hard to understand. So I was looking for something which is
Yes,
easy to
so it
understand.
will be a good substitute for you and it can be great because I read a few chapters of that book and that's really like, simply written that you can understand everything, whatever he wrote. So it is the book, if you'll go like the name of the book is Bhagavad Gita as it is, written by
Hmm.
Srila Prabhupada.
Sheila Prabhupada.
Yes, you can find if you, where are you basically?
I am in Pune.
You are in Pune. If you will visit ISKCON temple, maybe it will
Hmm.
be there in your city. So you'll get the copy of it. There you
Wow.
can buy.
Okay, I'll get it then. Because I want to
Mhm.
read the Bhagavad Gita. Everyone is telling about the same.
Mhm.
So I want to
Yeah.
just get it read. So maybe I'll
So
order it.
whatever you said about the calmness and composedness about life, I used to be very impatient when I
Hmm.
started my spoken English journey. But now I don't like take a lot of stress. Of course, it's I'm not giving the philosophies. It's common. It happens with everybody. But then when I think about this kind of thoughts, I think be calm and composed. Okay,
Let it be.
whatever it is going to be happen, it will happen with you. So that's
Right.
what the thing is. So you can read this kind of books and it will help you. So the one book I will recommend anybody to read the Bhagavad Gita, and it is better for you if you would like to go for English because you will get good knowledge of English as well. You will get a lot of good vocabularies there.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. So I'll definitely order that. And with
Mhm.
that thought, I think I have I've got everything which I wanted to ask with you. Do you have anything in your mind to say?
No, it's fine. I'm happy to have a conversation with you. Of course, in future we can do session again if we would have time or time would permit us. So thank you so much. Many many thanks to you for your wonderful questions. I felt really good giving answers, and thank you
Thank
for
you
your
so much
precious
for
time.
accepting the invite in the first place, and like make it available. So I'm really happy. I'm really thankful actually.
Okay, pleasure mine. Thank you. All the
Yep.
best.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Take care.
Bye. Have a nice day. Yes.